Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Overtime Athletes, back at you with the best linear speed progression. So last week we went a little bit easier with one that we do in a actual workout, high knee butt kick, and what we're trying to accomplish with those as far as the recovery and drive phase. Now what I want to go into is something working a little bit more on backside mechanics, right? Entire leg action, and it's more of the actual recovery phase. So remember, backside mechanics is anything on the back half of my body, right? This motion here of the recovery phase of the leg, which is initiated by the big toe and dorsiflexion, into drive phase, which is basically my knee punching up and going into my next stride, okay? So really what I'm trying to do here is do a series of drills that are going to essentially work that recovery phase so that you can get into triple flexion a lot faster, punch that knee a lot higher, so that when you get into drive phase, you're a little bit more in front side, which it's shown that the body can produce more power in the front side as opposed to the back side. So let's get right into the drills. First one we're gonna do is single leg high knee. Now this drill is essentially just working that triple flexion, getting flexion of the hip, knee, and ankle, right? And rehearsing that pattern over and over again so you don't have that long swooping motion behind you. The next progression to that is gonna be single leg cycling, right? And the reason why I love this drill is because it's similar to the single leg high knee, but as we get the knee to the highest level, we're releasing the lower limb. Now, as you know in some other videos, the lower limb, once that starts to extend, it shuts down the knee punching up, or the high knee. So if my knee starts to go, my lower limb starts to go, my knee shuts down from traveling up. So we want to get that knee higher and release that. Also too, it helps in hamstring injury prevention because you're not contracting the hamstring right at its highest level when you're trying to release it. So single leg cycling really mimics that motion your leg's gonna do from recovery phase into drive phase. Now to get a little bit more aggressive with this, we can add a little bit of horizontal force. Now we can perform either a step over run, where it looks similar to a sprint, but it's actually more of a motor pattern rehearsal, or you could do a dead leg run to keep it on one single side so we can continue to focus on that cycle motion while adding force vertically and horizontally, more horizontally. The final progression to this all is single leg bounding, right? So single leg bounding, the reason why I love it, and really I only use on my top athletes who are able to perform it correctly, is you're actually cycling with the leg and performing bounds all the way down. Now we need to combat vertical and horizontal forces, right? Because we don't have that dead leg holding us up vertically. We have to propel ourselves horizontally and vertically to fight gravity, right? But then also working that cycling motion of the leg. So it's the last and most aggressive progression to what we have as far as this linear speed progression when working that recovery phase into the drive phase. And try these out inside your workout. Again, I'll basically, depending on the athlete, prescribe these exercises depending on where that athlete's at. Sometimes I can have a guy come in, he's got elite mechanics, he looks great, he's strong, he's got good relative force, and I'll immediately start throwing him into some single leg bounding. Some guys, they take up to 2-3 years for me to actually be able to utilize that exercise. So realize everything's a progression. We're trying to be able to build up from a foundation into elite linear speed. I hope that helps for you guys. Holler at you next time.